Ms. Rebecca mentioned that Rubies gives us hope, and that was the greatest gift for me. I went through a very difficult time last October. I'd been separated from my family for over 9 years, and my children for over 9 years. Had no contact with them. They didn't know where I was. And I hit rock bottom last October. And we were down in the gym for the meeting right before Children's Day, and my mentor sat with me and wept with me and cried and gave me hope. I didn't believe I would ever have my family back with me. My pride and my shame at coming to prison has kept me from writing them for the last 4.5 years or so. And the last 6 months, every night that I prayed for restoration for my family, and God would say, clearly He would say, write them. And I said, I will, God, I'll write them as soon as I leave here. I just don't want to write them from prison. And He just said, write them. And about a month or half or so ago, one of my Bible college instructors was here, and she said, God spoke to me last night about you, and He said, you need to write your family now before it's too late. So I wrote to my mother on Mother's Day weekend. It had been 9.5 years. And then I received a letter from my oldest daughter the next week, and from my mother the week after that. And they've, I found out I'm a grandmother that I didn't know about. My mother, she forgave me completely. She said to stop punishing myself for what I've done, that she forgives me completely. And she asked if I would forgive her for the pain that I experienced when I was a child, and she has never apologized to me before. It's just a, yeah, I have hope. I have hope now. I have a family when I leave here. I didn't know where I was going to go when I left here. I didn't know if I'd have a family or not, and there's a possibility my daughter may be able to bring my grandsons for Kids' Day this year.
Oh, yeah.
But I wouldn't, without Rubies, I wouldn't have that hope. I had given up. I wouldn't have that hope, and I wouldn't have my family.
Thank you, Jill.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord.
I can think of a couple people in particular where I know it's making a difference. And I'll say this, and I've shared it with my husband in the past. Some of these women don't even have children that are in the program. They have nothing that you would think would be a motivating factor to come. They're lifers, serve-outs on paroles. They've got a life sentence with a serve-out. They have no motivation. Why would you go to a program unless it was doing something inside of you? Childless. They're not signing up for the Celebrate Life Day. They're not signing up for a good mark with the parole board. They're going and continuing to go after graduating, 2 years after graduating. I checked on one today. Still going, in attendance. It's got to be because it's making a difference in her life.
While I was incarcerated, I was incarcerated in McCracken County Jail, and I got shipped to KCIW and then to WKCC. And when I got there, I realized it was real. I was really about to do some time. So what I did was hooked up with one of the best people I've ever met in my life, a friend of mine. She was here earlier. She introduced me to God, her God, because I always wondered why she was so happy. I was like, nobody is born that happy. You know, there's no reason to be that happy. We're in prison. I don't have my kids. I don't have this. I don't have this. I told her everything I didn't have, and she started telling me everything I did have. Then y'all come in. Let's see, I got there in July, and I believe y'all come in, I don't remember what month we started, August or September, and I stayed in the program the whole entire time. I went into the program not expecting anything but a certificate, to tell you the truth. I still hadn't formed a relationship with God, and through y'all's program, through the mentoring, and through the church and through your parenting classes that you offer, I have definitely formed a relationship with God. The biggest tool y'all gave me was a relationship with God. I never had one before I started HR Ministries, Rubies for Life. I've never had that. The support, just the friendship or fellowship, I would say, the fellowship y'all have. Like not being judged. Y'all have never judged me, and that alone means a lot to me. I can't explain. I mean, that's like one of my biggest things is not being judged by y'all. Never feeling less than, you're always there to lend a hand, whether it be, in person or not, you're always there. Like the blessings never stop. If I could tell the mentors and coaches anything, I would tell them thank you and God bless, because they are truly amazing, each and every one of them. But their prayers and just their belief, just to have that one person that believes in you, let alone a group, but just to have that one person who believes in you and was encouraging and could say, you can do this, I'm here for you. That's the key. Just to have that one person, you could, that helped me through a lot of hard times with my kids.
Why are they important? They're important because they are the hands and feet of Jesus. Jesus isn't no longer physically here on this earth, and that's when he uses his people to be him on this earth, to love. Let him love through them. The volunteers are Jesus' hands and feet, and without the volunteers and the love of Christ working through them, there would be no HR Ministries. There would be no Returning Hearts. There would be no Celebrate Life. There would be no vision. It's Christ working through them.